Either, again, and somebody said it, either she's feeling you or she's not. You understand? Either she's feeling you or she's not. We got to stop all this nonsense, man. Guys are too afraid to hear no. And it's like, I'd rather hear no than to waste 2, 3, 4 dates and time spent, money spent, and all this other shit just to find out that you wasn't feeling me any damn way. You see what I'm saying? But so with me, first date is cool. You know, if you don't want to do it on the first date, no problem. You know, you could be on your period or whatever it is. There's a lot of things that could be off on the first date, right? It doesn't matter. But second date, you gotta know what it is.
For me, I like exclusive vagina to me. And that's because I don't want to catch nothing to have my later years messed up. And I like to stroke without no condom on. It feels great.
No.
So I like this.
So you like to be hugged by the sugar walls? You like to be hugged?
Yeah. I like that velvet, plush velvet. You know, the smoothness. So,
but even then, Jay Roman, I hear you.
He don't get up for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So, and the reason is because he has to conserve his energy to do 3 full, workouts a day up until his competition date. You understand? So when he's in season, he literally just works out as hard as he can. Then he sits on the couch and his wife brings him everything. The only thing she don't do is fucking piss for him. Right? So what I'm saying is, it's one thing to have a wife that does it, because you said earlier, these were the words you used. You said a woman who says, "Oh, I rock with this dude, so I don't mind doing this." But see, it's a difference between a woman who doesn't mind and a woman who cheerfully wants to do it. Understand the position of a simp. Make sure you understand the position of a friend zone nigga. Make sure you understand that a man doesn't do anything for nothing. You understand? So run the game, be careful, and do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. And that's the right there, Jay Roman. And that's the problem. Your main chick should always be prioritized over all the new chicks. Right? The new chicks should not get preferential treatment. Right. So what would make it difficult for a lot of women is if you're giving girlfriend treatment to the new chick. Right. So this is why when you very first meet women, you have to establish boundaries and parameters where they got to earn everything. So that way, when the main chick is with you and she knows you're dealing with new women, she knows they have to go through the gauntlet too. They just don't get shit quicker. Like if
in the labyrinth, streets be the maze. Hosts on the mic, carry K-set in the blaze. Sagging, Miles Cunham with the game so tight. Jay Roman lit the torch, keeping it right. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat, pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law. Kerry K drops jewels, the crowd enthralled. Words cut deep, no need for brawls. Miles Cunningham, tactics sharp like a dagger. Navigates the game, makes the haters stagger. Journey to manhood, no easy feat. Lessons from the masters, words concrete. Jay Roman with the keys, opens the door. Manhood's the path, gotta crave for more. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat, pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on with y'all, man? All right.
What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all? Let me fix my
Yeah.
shit. What's up with y'all?
Starting a little different time today, but we on.
We here. So Miles, what you got going on, bro?
Oh, yeah. As always, guys, make sure y'all go get y'all masculine identity natural luxury soap, man. Go to masculineidentity.com. Also, holla at the bad boy of the dating game, Mr. Lucario, and make sure you go to shoplucario.com where you can get this book and this hard copy and audio book, as well as a bunch of other products, man. So make sure you go to Shop Lucario, and then, of course, go to badboymembership.com and masculineidentitymembership.com. Appreciate you, man. What's going on? Renee P in the building, Jay Roman in the building, K Zagan in the building. Let's go, man.
Welcome back, Jay. Jay, what's going on with you, fam? What's going on with you?
Anybody hear me all right?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we hear you now. Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. What up?
Oh, man.
Wisdom like law.
Jay Roman, you got anything going on for the people? What's up with you?
Oh no, I am glad to be here on time. To start this off correctly. So I don't have to play catch up, and happy to be here and looking forward to this show, to tomorrow's show, and anything else further we got going on. So still working hard. I told y'all this year 25 is going to be the year I'm coming out.
Yes, sir.
Still working on it. I'm still coming out with it. I'm trying to get 1950 to help me out with some stuff. His presentation be on point and everything, man. I had to.
There you go.
Like, hey, Cuzzo, come help me with this stuff. But that's it. So I'm looking forward to all the calls. Don't be a passenger. Go ahead and call. Step up to it. Step up to the plate and call. And
oh yeah, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about today. So, what are we talking about today?
Mm-hmm.
Are you attractive or just acquiring stuff to attract women? And what a lot of guys don't understand is that when we talk about being attractive, we understand that women are going to have their preferences as far as what they like visually. It's a given that whatever preferences they have or they will come to have later, right? We understand that that's going to exist. So when we talk about being attractive, being that that's a given, we're talking about everything, the whole ensemble, everything about you. You know what I'm saying? Your overall look, your self-care, the way you smell, the way you talk, everything, the way you act, the way a lot can be said. A lot can be said when it comes to how you're perceived, when it comes to the thing that you value, or the things that you value, or the things that are important to you. A lot of people can tell a great deal about you. So what I'm saying is, if you're the type of guy where you just acquire things to attract women, in all likelihood, you're probably going to have a very superficial nature to you, right? No real depth, no real range to you. Because if you did, you would understand that that's not the way to do it. But y'all got it.
Right. See,
I want to speak to it. We're going to get into the video.
Well, you see, so this is it's stuff like this why the masculine identity, or the idea of a masculine identity, is so important. Because in my opinion, anything that I acquire is for me, right? As far as like, if I like driving a certain type of car, it's because I enjoy driving that type of car. And I did my research and I found out, and I did the test drives, and I found out that is the best type of car for me to drive. And the driving experience is enjoyable to me, and so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? So, or if I live in a certain neighborhood, or if I wear a certain type of clothes, I wear those clothes because when I look in the mirror, I look good in those clothes. Now, the byproduct, you understand? The byproduct is attracting a certain type of woman. That's the byproduct. And that's what a lot of guys don't fully understand. They do things for the sake of attracting women. Like, oh yeah, I got to get this, I got to do that so I could get these bitches. And it's like, all right, well, that's cool. But what about you, bruh? Like, what about you? Like, is a lot of dudes out there that are 100% uncomfortable with their whole life. You understand? But as long as they get to holler at bitches or to talk to bitches, it's all gravy. You know, so that's like you selling your soul. Like you're willing to sacrifice who you are just to get that the means to an end. But it's like the means matter. Like how you get there matters. So my thing is, I want to get there being myself, because once I get there, when she finally realized she liked me, I want her to like me because I'm doing what I want to do, not because I was doing what I thought she wanted me to do. You know, and that's the difference between, having a masculine identity and just doing shit for bitches.
So I remember, and shout out to the late great Pimp C. Prior to his passing, there was an interview he did, and he was talking about the little Bentley he had, and the jewelry he had on. He was talking about how these things are just trinkets, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was just like, these things, they really don't mean nothing, but they trinkets for the bitches. That's how he put it, right? And then he went on to say, but if you need this shit to get a bitch, you ain't a man. Then he also went on to say, if I lost all of this shit right now, I will still be the same man, still moving the same way that I am now. He said a lot of these niggas will slit their wrist if they lost their shit.
Real talk.
That's the only way they can get a bitch, right? And he said this in an interview. And anybody who's a fan of Pimp C, like a real fan, they saw that interview. You know what I'm saying? And even if you're not a fan, you probably saw that interview. But my point in saying all that, and when we show this interview, or not this interview, but when we saw this video clip, what I want guys to understand is when you don't know why a woman is fucking with you, when you don't understand why she's there, it can be a detriment to you. Far too many men are just content with having a woman in their life. You're just content, right? But you need to know why she's there, right? And I would say this, if you're not dealing with a woman strictly on your terms, you're gonna have some issues. And depending on the level of respect she has or may not have for you, that's gonna determine how deep the rabbit hole goes with the level of disrespect she shows you. This clip, look, let me tell y'all something. I just want to say this. It's very, very important that women are sexually attracted to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's also very, very important that you guys have great sexual chemistry. Look, when we see this clip, there's going to be some shit that he says, and we're going to double back to what I just said about the woman has to crave you. Long before you enter her, there has to be a yearning and craving for you. And then once it happens, that yearning and craving has to deepen. Like, ooh, now that I've had a sample of them, ooh, I want more, I got to have it. There has to be that kind of energy. And when you see this clip, you're going to understand what I'm saying. But go ahead, Jay.
No, I once read this article. I forget where I was at. I don't know if my girlfriend at the time was getting her hair done or something. And I was sitting there and I picked up this Cosmo article. And it kind of caught my eye, but it went to break down that if you feel like, you're not the most attractive, maybe you have a pimple or something on your face, it was actually telling them the size hat to put on to help cover and actually look trendy, where somebody could still look at you and they wouldn't notice some of this blemish. Or if you felt like you were short, what type of heels to wear. If you were a little bit chubby or skinny, it tells you, pull up your dress a little bit so it's a little higher. So the line, the waistline is a little different. And it had all these tips on what to do if you felt like, something was off. And I feel like that's the way guys acquire things, is that they feel like something about them is off. And I always laugh at the fact that people say,
yeah, go ahead. 215, hold on 1 second. Yeah, go ahead.
I always kind of laugh when I hear dudes say, I felt like I wasn't enough. And I feel like that's how they feel when it comes to approaching women, that themselves, the bare base of themselves is not enough. So they acquire certain things to fulfill and make it fuller and hide some of their ego deficits or some of their, their personality deficit, some of their whatever imperfections and stuff.
Yep.
So.
Facts. All right. So 215, you're on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set Show. We got your host, K Zag. We got Jay Roman and Miles, name, age, city. How can we help you?
Hey, it's Quan 27 Philly.
All right. Quan 27 Philly. Go ahead, bro.
I almost got into an altercation because of a woman.
Okay.
With, another man.
Okay.
And this just happened about 30 minutes ago.
30 minutes ago?
It's kind of early, right?
Yeah, early. And so, he confronted me, and he was talking all this crazy shit, all this murder. He had people looking for me and all this type of shit. And
who's this?
Wait.
Old boyfriend or something?
Not even an old boyfriend, just a nigga that the girl know.
Mm.
And
real quick, caller. Hold on, caller. Real quick. Hold on, real quick. Hold on, give me a second. Happy 2 months. Us, Zag, it's been a great 2 months, man. Keep teaching this game, loving the journey. Appreciate you, Jazz. All right, caller. So you was with a chick and a dude she used to fuck with rolled up on y'all?
I don't even know if she fucked with him, but he rolled up on me. I wasn't even with her. I was carrying a case of water into her house.
Wait. So how does he know who you are?
He doesn't know who I am, but he knows the car I drive. So when I got out the car,
but how would he know all of that?
Because it's my fault. Because I did her a favor, but it is my fault that he knows what my car looks like, because I tried some tough guy stuff, and it came back to me.
What?
But so basically,
you did her a favor.
Yeah, I did her a favor because the guy was harassing her and all types of stuff. And
bro, stop. Hold on. So she basically said, "Hey, a guy is bothering me. Can you kind of do me a favor and drive me somewhere or look over me because he might do something?" Is that what she told you?
Something like that, yeah.
Bro, how long have you known this woman?
Probably like 5 years.
Okay, let me explain something to you. You know what you are, right? To her, you are her attack dog. That's what you are.
You known her for 5 years, so who is she to you?
She's somebody I mess with, somebody I fuck with.
So you've known her for 5 years, and she's somebody that you smash from time to time?
Yeah, somebody that I smashed, somebody that I went out with and took places. We had some times together.
How old are you again? 27, you
20.
said?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a woman that you smash from time to time. What are you doing carrying a case of water into her house?
Oh, she just wanted. I just picked up a case of water at the store. She sent me some money to get a case of water.
Wait, nigga, she got you running errands for her?
That's what I'm trying to say. Is this your girl or not, bro? Like, be clear.
Hell no.
No, it's not my girl.
So what the fuck you doing picking up groceries and bringing it to the house?
What the hell?
I was just doing a favor.
You were just doing a favor.
Yeah, because I was already over there. I was already at her house. I left to go to the store down the block to get a water and came back.
Okay, y'all was fucking?
Yeah.
Okay, so you was the kids at the crib?
No.
But she got kids though, right?
Yeah.
And they at school?
Well, he's with her baby dad.
Is this the guy that came up that approached you?
No, a completely different guy.
A completely different guy. Okay.
Yeah, who lives down the block from her.
Lives down the block from her. So what was this? So how did so you say you tried some tough guy shit concerning him?
Yeah.
So what did you do? What tough guy shit did you do?
I showed up to his.
Huh?
I showed up to his house.
You showed up to his house? Oh, because she had said he was harassing her or something?
Yeah.
Oh, so
you a fucking fool, dog.
So she wound you up like a toy soldier and set you loose, and then you went and did some tough guy shit to defend her honor, correct?
I guess so. Yeah.
What you mean? Let's stop guessing, bro. Let's stop guessing. The shit has already hit the fan. Can we please just be honest with the reality, my nigga? Like, can we stop doing the bullshit already? Like, the bullshit is what got you in this position. So can we at least acknowledge the truth while we on the phone?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
okay.
But what I did was, it's his aunt's house, but he lives there, and his aunt was outside, and I said, "Hey, is so and so home?" And then she said, "I don't know. I could check." And then I just drew up.
You did what? Hello? Hello? 215 going once.
Call back, man. You broke up or
twice. All right, he out of here. I don't know. I hope
Yeah, I hope it was. Because if you show up at my crib with any aggression, oh, nigga, it's over for you.
Yeah, you could have got yourself shot, bro. Like, straight up. Especially if you live in some place like Florida or some shit.
And Texas too. Hey.
Anywhere.
It's not gonna be no leg shot, nigga. I'm just letting you know, nigga.
Me backing up is just letting you in my house for a better excuse.
Facts. But I guess we could get to the I guess we could get to the video or whatever.
Okay, yeah, let's jump to it. So remember what I said earlier for everybody listening. Now there's a whole lot more shit that's important, but remember specifically, the woman must be sexually attracted to you, and once you guys do have sex, assuming you do, it needs to be great sexual chemistry, mutually. You know, it needs to be there, right? But anyway, let's go ahead and get to it.
I got married 17 days ago, and we're already deciding to call it quits. I was out of town working. I told her when I was coming home, and I came home, and there was another car in the driveway. I go into the bedroom, and my wife is laying in the bed with a couple. It was a man and a woman. So I started throwing a fit. They started talking about how she's been their girlfriend for 2 years. So it's like, I've never heard of any of this. And then she decided that she didn't want to be with me anymore. And even though it's only been 14 days, we're looking into getting an annulment, a divorce. I don't even know how it works. We only been married for 2 weeks. But I wanted to actually stick it out, but I just want an apology. You know, I want you to acknowledge that you're wrong. You've been in a relationship with these people for 2 years, and I don't even know them, and they're in my house, and I'm away on work. You don't have a job, so you have the time to do these kinds of things. And it's like, for you to have the nerve to say you want to no longer be with me, it just makes no sense, because I'm the one that should be looking to forgive you, but I don't even know how this works, or I don't have anybody to talk to about it. That's the only reason I'm even saying anything on here, because I literally don't even know what to do. But yeah, it looks like after 14 days, our relationship is pretty much over.
So there's a lot of different directions we can go with this. I'm going to start with the elephant in the room.
Well, I don't know if y'all want it, because the 215 called back, so I don't know if y'all want to continue talking to him.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, 215. You said you went to the dude's house and you did what?
I asked his aunt, "Hey, is so and so home?"
Yeah,
and she said, "Oh, I don't know. Let me go check." And then I told her, "You know what? No, it's okay." And then I drove off. And then after that, from that, they had a ring camera, so he knew what my car looked like since then.
Oh.
And then he started texting her phone, like, "Hey, you had a nigga show up to my crib.
Right.
Right. Like, yeah."
Okay, so let me ask you a question, just so I can like put things together as far as your intentions. What were you about to do if he was home? What were your intentions?
I was just going to talk to him. and tell him like, and just try to reason with him like, yo, you know, she felt uncomfortable. I'm only over here to tell you, like
leave such and such alone because she don't really fuck with you like that.
Yeah,
that type of shit. Okay. All right.
But he got the wrong impression. He thought I was on some like trying to fight him or something, I guess.
Right.
But that's the energy he approached me with.
Right.
Today.
But, caller, real quick. But you do understand that wasn't your place to do that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I
what
know.
she should have done, if it was that big of a deal, guess who she should have called? Who did you think?
The cops.
Exactly.
Look,
because that's not your girl, bro. That's not your girl. And even if it was, sometimes it's still better to call the cops.
Yeah, especially since the guy's a neighbor. Especially because you can't be there 24 hours a day.
That's right, in your fucking neighborhood. So that's
exactly. So what are you gonna do? Every time she calls up and says he's looking at me again, he did something again, I guess I gotta go talk to him again. You gonna keep doing that?
Right.
No, because she actually saw what happened on her Ring camera outside. So I mean, the guy was telling me, yeah, he had people looking for me. He could have had me murdered, all types of stuff, and he holding back, not trying to slap me and punch me right now. And I was just like, as a man, I'm just like, yo, I don't know if I should continue to let this nigga talk to me like that. But in the moment, I just decided.
Hold on, real quick. No, hold on. Call, give me a second. Because the guy in the chat is saying this woman is going to get him killed. No, he's going to get himself killed. He's going to get himself killed because he's following a woman's lead. A woman is literally telling him what to do, putting himself at risk, and he's following a woman's orders. That's what the fuck he's doing. She said, "Go sick him, boy." And he growled and ran.
Hey, caller.
He had a gun on him.
Hey, caller. This is Jay Roman right here, man. And I'm gonna ask you a question, right? Is this your girl? Let's just settle that right now.
No.
Okay. So you just come over for enjoyment to hang out. You stayed the night, woke up. She didn't even have water, so she wasn't even prepared for you. So she, you know, after the work you was about to put in, she wasn't even gonna provide you with no water. You had to go get your own water to drink to quench your thirst. So that's this type of woman that we're dealing with, right? Now, and you got to start thinking about it like that. You got to start putting it in perspective, right? Like you came over there, you drove over there, you did all that stuff, and then she had to send you to go get water. Like she couldn't even get water herself. Now, do you think, like, because I've been in a situation like this before, but me and homie, we had a conversation, and he told me about my little jump off down the street. You know, actually had quite a bit of people down there, and he was just one. So, you know, we wind up conversing, not fighting, but being real with each other because I approached it a little different.
Right.
So my thing is, did you even have a conversation with this man? Like when he came up, you say, hey man, I don't know. I went down there for this reason. Let me holler at you real quick though. And I ain't on that type of time right now. Because I'll tell you like this. There's not one dude that just woke up. Well, let me take that back. There's some crazies. But he just woke up, knows her phone number, knows to call her, to text her and talk about who's at his door, to know where it came from, just because he was just a nobody down the street bothering her.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on, man. Hey, this is where your friends come in, dog. And I'm gonna tell you like this, man, because I don't look down on nobody for no situation. I'm telling you right now, there's usually a lot more to the story than you think.
Right.
And a lot of times they're playing both ends. So instead of jumping and being her, instead of jumping and being her pit bull, you know, that she sicks on somebody, if he ain't bothered y'all, why would you go bother him? Like, he ain't bothering us when I'm down here. Why do I need to go bother him?
I don't know, because he feels like he has like some type of, after today, he probably, I don't know how he feels, but he might feel like he bitched me a little bit because he came up to me and talked all this yada yada yada.
Caller. Your ego's getting into it. Caller, real quick. Did she ever admit to you that him and her used to fuck?
She said they never fucked and he always wanted to.
Bruh. Okay, real quick, hold on real quick. Shout out to Joe Blast for the 5. Respect. Hold on, caller. I'm gonna hip you to some game. His Holiness with the $4.99. She used them to make the other dude jealous. Yes, caller. This is what could be going on, right? Listen, brother. Listen, hold on, brother. Listen, this is what could be going on. Trust me, dog. I used to fuck neighbor bitches, bro. I'm telling you, this is what could be going on. Dude was dicking her down. Righteous. She was just screaming notes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? and then at some point, she saw other girls creeping in his crib, and she was having flashbacks of her passing out from the sex and having crygasms and just couldn't take it, right? So she said, "I'm gonna make this nigga jealous." And when he didn't get jealous and it didn't work, she said, "Oh, I'm gonna send my nigga over there." So now he got to see that nigga face to face so he can know it's real. I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying. But go ahead.
Well, because he told me the same thing. He said, "Yeah, we just been friends. It was never even like I'm like, bro." And I just don't know why you,
bro. So somebody lying. If she's saying he's harassing her and he's saying it ain't even like that, somebody lying. Because why would he lie? He ain't afraid of you. So why would he lie to you?
And why would he have to harass her if it wasn't nothing?
I mean, he always wants to. I guess he's sending her. It started with a dick pic, on the one that dick pic and all that. And
he sent her
wait. How did they have phone number? How did they have each other's phone numbers? Explain that.
That's what I said. Because she gave him the number a while ago.
Come on, nigga. Bro,
all I'm saying is this: if there's a little smoke, then there was a fire. So you got to understand that you're a third party getting half information from both people, right? So maybe she ain't really interested in him. But what did she say was the harassment part? Him looking at her, him stopping by, "Hey, cutie girl, what's up, man? When you gonna finally let me come through?" Like, what's the harassment to the point where she needs to send somebody down there to talk to him? See, and that's the thing. Like, you're not believing anything on either side, but you're fighting for her side, though. And deep down inside, you know, you're not really believing all of it. There got to be something there. You know what I'm saying?
Why is he jealous? Why is he jealous, though? If that's not your girl, why are you jealous? Why are you worried about who is hitting on her or getting at her?
You're right.
Because he's trying to be the man.
Explain why are you jealous?
My question, see, I just had to give y'all the backstory, but my question was, how do I deal with confrontation?
Wait. I'm curious. Hold on. Let's back up. I'm sorry. I can't let this go. It's my guilty pleasure. I can't let this go. How did y'all have a conversation that led to her saying, "I got a picture of his in my phone"? How did that conversation come up? I'm curious. I really want to.
Because one morning, I was just over there, and she was on her phone, just sighing, like, "Oh my God!" And then she said, "Cute, look at this." And then she showed me
She showed you another man's dick, nigga. Hold on. The violation, nigga. J. Roman. She showed you the picture of another man's schlong, nigga. She did that to you, dog.
That's
nah, bro. That's weird. That's weird, bro. You trolling, man. You gotta be trolling. Come on, man. You trolling, man.
Let's go from a different direction, right? Because I know you asking how do you not feel bitched out in that situation? Like, and this is the funny thing to me that happens. Like, if the motive behind the confrontation wasn't worth dying for, right? So you didn't bitch out of a situation. You just realized in your head, like, this ain't worth going to the tilt for it. Some of you guys got to understand that your common sense kicks in. And for you, because he walked away feeling a certain way, you got emotional that his way that he felt is projected on you. But you should have walked away and said, you know what? My common sense kicked it in, and this ain't worth dying for. This chick didn't even have water for me.
Jay Roman, that's not how it happened. He saw the picture of that nigga's joint and was tight ever since, dog. That's what's really going. Nigga, Carter, tell the truth. Tell the truth, nigga. You woke up in the middle of the night with that vision in your head, like, no, that nigga fucking up with that. No, nigga, tell the truth, dog. Tell the truth.
No, hell no. I wasn't.
So let's
no way about it.
Let's break it down. All right.
Oh,
this is your jump off, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's weird. She's just a jump off, bro.
Is this your jump off? Like, is this a jump off? Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, so just because you've known her for a long time, apparently this jump off really wasn't worth moving her position because she wouldn't be a jump off still. You understand that, right? So subconsciously, you have kept her in her position that she needs to be in. Now, is this really the one that you want to go to tilt for?
No.
Then your common sense kicked in and said, I'm not about to fight you over some hearsay from both of y'all. So if you have a jump off, I'm assuming you have another one, right?
Nah.
Yeah.
This is the only one. That's why he crashed me out for this bitch.
Other one. And as a matter of fact, the only reason I fucked her is because the other girl's period was on.
Then you are mentally easily manipulated, and you might want to check that.
But if they just jump, look, we don't deliver cases of water to jump offs, nigga. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't do favors for jump offs, nigga. We meet up, we fucking, and we keep it moving. What the fuck?
And you brought enough water for the next person that's thirsty.
And not only that, nigga, you probably over there so much, you probably a member of the HOA, nigga. You know too many people in the neighborhood. You're too seen over there. Right?
Nigga, you wildin', bro.
Yeah, you fucking know neighbors and you walking across streets and shit. Go ahead.
I'm not delivering water for no jump off, and I'm not seeing about no nigga for no jump off. There's things that I'm not doing for no jump off, bro. You sound crazy on the phone. You know what? Let me not say nothing, cause y'all niggas be getting offended. So let me shut up.
Okay, real quick, hold on. Talk That Talk podcast on live with the 5 says donation to Miles on behalf of KC. Aaron been acting. KC, do not condone that weenie behavior. 913 and 816. Do not act like that. He said we don't claim you, nigga. You're not a born and raised. You're a transplant. Somebody you know moved you there and shit after you was born.
Shout out to Kansas City though. Shout out to the real niggas in Kansas City. For real.
So caller, bro. See, I refuse to believe is exactly how you're putting it, and I really hope you're trolling, because I'm gonna tell you, it's extremely disrespectful for a woman to literally show you a picture of another man's dick. It's really disrespectful, and I'm gonna tell you something, and I want all guys to know something. Women don't do shit like that on accident.
Right.
I need you to really truly understand what I'm trying to tell you, brother. Women do not do shit like that by accident, where she just look. I'll call her. I'll tell you a story, real quick story. I know this chick, right? She was talking to me about these two guys she was fucking, right? So what she wanted to have a threesome with both of them. She wanted both of them to fuck her, right? Or a gangbang, not even a threesome. She wanted to have a train ran on her, right? So she's fucking with both these two dudes, okay? And now both dudes know they're not the only guy. They're just not aware of who the guy is or any of that shit, right? So what ended up happening was she made a video with one guy. And then while she was with the other guy, she just happened to be sitting there with him. Brought up the phone, brought up the video. Didn't even warn him, just brought up the video. Hey, look at this real quick. Because she wanted to see his response to her being fucked by another guy so she could know whether or not she could pull off her little sexual fantasy. So when I say women just don't do shit like that by accident, they're usually scheming, bro.
Mm.
Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
None of this shit is by accident. And there's a reason why she chose you. She took the muzzle off and told you to go sick him. And she chose you for a reason. But go ahead.
Do you think you're the only one?
No. In her life, no, I don't think I'm the only one.
So you never told us what was the offense that this guy was doing to her to warrant the push of this domino.
Oh, blowing up her phones, text messages, trying to see her, trying to see where she at, and saying he trying to smash and all types of shit. And then the unwanted dick pics. There was multiple rules. Yeah, so I mean,
you don't
stuff
get
that women go through all the time, and they know how to handle it. So let's come on, let's put this in consideration here. And I'm gonna keep going to this because this is tell you the type of woman that you about to fight for. She ran out of water, didn't have no water for you,
My nigga.
and then made you go get it. I'm quite sure you paid for it. And she's going to send you down the street to fight somebody that she might have been attracted to at one point in time. They might have did something at one point.
She was fucking that niggas. She was fucking that.
They might have been hanging out at one point in time. Maybe she thought, they hang out. She was about to give him some and decided to change her mind. And now he knows that, hey, I know you kind of like this. You kind of like this. She might get lonely and text him sometimes. You never know what their relationship is or their communication is. But she was about to put you up against him that she knows very well because he's down the street. Like they know each other. Like I don't. You can believe they don't, but
they know each other very intimately.
They know each other
very well.
For what did she gain in that? Like let's just say you go down there and you talk to him. Hey man, don't be texting her. That she's under my protection. And he's like, oh, my bad. I won't text her ever again. Never, ever. Did you expect him to do that? Or did you expect there to be some sort of animosity, some sort of, some people moving very fast? Like, you got to think things through.
I didn't think it through.
Okay, yeah. So now that to me is where a good starting point, because one of the qualities, the deep down qualities of manhood is forethought. Thinking ahead, 10 steps ahead. You ever play the game chess? That's why I love chess, man. I teach my son chess. I'm teaching him, hey, think ahead. What do you think I'm about to do? Why did you do that? Why did you make that move? Have a reasoning behind how you move. And the reason cannot be her in your ear. Because if he was to whoop your ass, she wasn't about to take that ass whooping you was.
Okay, real quick. Hold on, real quick. Let me shout out the super chat. Talk That Talk podcast and live. And y'all go fuck with the homie. Go check out his channel. Says donation to K Zagging on the game. I used that. She wanted you joint, and not longer wanted your joint. And upfront and honest. Okay. How can you be toxic? Donation for the education. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. All right, my bad. Y'all can get back to it. My bad.
I mean, I want to know what you're thinking now. You called to talk it out. You know, you was the first call. I appreciate that being early. So, you know, what's your mental mind state now about all this?
Yeah.
I just feel like you said. I just feel like I didn't think it through at first. When I first went to aunt's house, I didn't think it all the way through.
So
and
what? Wait. Let's back up. So does she have her own house, and he's staying with the aunt? What's going on with the living thing?
Well, he lives with his aunt.
And who does she live with?
He has her own place.
Okay, cool. Now, my thing to you is you need to strongly consider not fucking with that chick. She's very, very messy. Call her, she's playing you. She's fucking that nigga. She's either fucking him or she wants to fuck him. One of the two, right? I believe she's fucking him. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because she's getting dick pics. She's telling you, oh, he keep asking me out, texting me. See, you need to ask yourself this question. If he's harassing you, why isn't his number blocked? Why are you able to receive dick pics? Bro, she's playing with you. You need to get rid of this chick. She's messy, bro. Y'all got it.
Wait, oh, no, because you said something. Why are you able to receive dick pics? I mean, I guess she just had his number for however long she had his number. And she says she blocked him now, but that's why I said if it was all that, she could have just blocked him in the first place. She didn't have to ask me to do anything.
Yeah, now we're coming to some thinking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just said it. Yeah, exactly.
Look. I done been there, but the thing is like you got to understand, if you have a modem of operation, right? The way you move, the reason why you move, and how you move. If you have that set, and I think that goes along with the Miles Cunningham here with the masculine identity. If you have these things set, then you won't be easily influenced by other people trying to make you move the way they want you to move.
Facts.
Because you will already have your modem of operations on how you move already.
Right.
Me personally, even if I was to go down the street, I'm just saying it would be in a conversation. Hey, ma'am, is he there? I like to talk to him. We're cool. I don't have any issues or whatever. I would, hey, bro, this chick over here keeps saying that you harassing her and stuff, man. I don't even believe that. Women are women, man. If you messing with her, just let me know. You know, it's all good. This is what she's telling me. Like my thing is, I am not going to bark at this dude for something that is a jump off.
But bro,
I wouldn't even be down the street. I wouldn't be down the street to be honest with you from the jump. Like that ain't.
But everything's a lie, bro. Everything she's lying to him, bro. She's like, bro, everything is a lie. Nothing makes sense, bro. She's telling you she's being harassed, bro. Because here's the reality of it. If you're dealing with a sensible woman who really fears and is concerned for her safety, and there's a neighbor harassing her who has her phone number. Number one, she would have been blocked them. And if that blocking didn't work, okay, she would have been called the police. She would have did something. She would have been done something. So
she knows the
none
auntie.
of it makes sense.
She knows the auntie, and she didn't talk to the auntie?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She would have been like, tell your nephew, can you please leave me alone? That's what I'm saying. None of it is it's all lies, bro. You know what I'm saying? And she's so messy and so sloppy, and she's so ratchet that she sent this man over there on a fool's errand. And because he's so tied up in that dick pic that he saw, and I'm almost certain y'all had a discussion. I'm almost certain when you saw that motherfucker, it wasn't just put that shit away. Okay, I don't think it was just that. Put that shit away, girl. I think y'all had a whole discussion about what you just saw, dog. It wouldn't surprise me at all. But anyway, real quick, let me get the super chat. The homie says, donation to Jay Roman, who's always come with the logical and calm game, and you and make you definitely think on what you're doing and to be smart. Salute with the 5. I appreciate you. All right, go ahead. Y'all got it. Carla, what's going on with you, fam? What's going on with you?
She didn't have water
I
for
let you know you are a puppet in a woman's life, bro. Jay Roman, what have you been saying? You are a passenger in your own life.
Yeah, you are a passenger in your own life, man. Yeah. She didn't have water, man. She didn't have water for you. The H2O. She didn't have no high quality H2O for you, and then made you buy a case. She knew you wasn't going to drink all that
after
water.
piping her down, probably. After piping her down,
case for other people.
Made that nigga get into the car, dog. With cottonmouth. The nigga got cottonmouth driving to the store.
Yes.
Not. Hey, Mount, come on, let's be honest, man. And caller, you know, maybe this is outside your normal operations, right? I'm gonna just give you that benefit of the doubt. Maybe this is outside your normal operations. But don't you, when you come through, set it up? And don't they know you, even if it's a jump off, to say, okay, this is what I have ready for you because I appreciate you coming through and giving me this great time and laughter and enjoyment.
They ain't had no high seat punch for you, no Capri Sun.
They call me. They used to call me and be like, "Hey, what do you want to drink? I'm at the store. What do you want to drink?" And they're doing that to entice you to stay longer, because normally you don't stay long. So they want to have everything ready to continue to have this good time that they know they're about to have. And then she made you go get the water. Come on, man. That should have been a wake up right there. Like, no, I ain't going down the street. You didn't have no water for me after this.
It's a fireable offense that she wouldn't even go get it herself.
Yeah,
I'm gonna lay in the bed right here until you get
my bad. I don't have any water for you. I'm sorry. Let me go get it right now. No, I'm gone. Don't worry. Next time you might have some water. I might stay.
Wait, but for real though, yeah. You said you was over at the house and y'all finished smashing and she didn't have no water for you. You had to go buy brand new water. Is that really what happened, caller?
I want to say she had no water, but she was probably running low on water and actually running good.
So what did you drink after you smashed? Or you didn't hydrate or worry about that?
Yeah, I didn't hydrate.
You didn't. Oh wow,
because there was no water. Come on, man, be honest.
And she didn't offer you no water either, right?
No.
Wow. Okay.
There was none to offer. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
There was no water to offer. There was no ice cold glass coming where you hear the ice cubes being in the glasses is walking your way.
You put in that work, you dick her down, and she don't even offer you a beverage, my nigga. That's crazy.
I know she ain't bringing that warm towel now.
Damn.
She ain't getting you water. I know she ain't bringing that warm towel rolled up. You ever see when they fold and roll that warm towel up and hand it to you? Like that.
No doubt. No. They don't hand me nothing. I just sit right there and get it buffed.
Oh, okay. My bad.
They come with the warm towel. I just sit there and let them, clean all, Anyway, so real quick. So caller, is she financially struggling? This young woman you're dealing with?
Not that I know of.
All right.
So have you ever been in her kitchen, opening refrigerators and cabinets and shit, looking in the pantry and shit? You ain't did none of that yet?
Yeah, I did that before.
So what it look like in there? Do it look sparse? Do it look populated? What it look like in there?
Yeah, it looked like she had food and everything.
But she got food, They got cards for that.
Yeah. Oh, wait. She got kids, right? She got kids, right?
Yeah. She has a kid.
Did she fix you a steak? Did she fix you food? Did she I'm trying to this is what we're trying to do, caller. We're trying to understand why your mental mind state did what she wanted you to do if she's just a jump off. And so we're trying to see, is she more than a jump off? Does she do stuff that she folds your clothes, you just go over there with laundry or something. She always got the meal ready, because something is off here.
I told Miles and Lucario about this girl before. She does things where she wants me to be with her, so she does certain things like cook. She even sends money sometimes. She just does things that'll
No. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. No. Nope. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. Wait, hold on. Let's do this right. So you said she sent money sometime. How much and for what?
For water?
No, one time she sent me money for rent. Another time
how much did she send you? How much did she send you?
What in total?
Yes. That
okay.
Be...
Let's do this. At any given time, what was the most money she sent to you at any given time? At one time.
I think it was 500. I think it was just
okay. Cool.
Okay, that's why you went down the street. All right, now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's his girlfriend. Okay. Relationship,
all right,
bro.
all right. Well, you know.
So hold on. Let me ask you another question about the cooking because you said she cooked. So is she cooking for her kids and she just made you a plate, or is she cooking dishes that you like for you specifically? Like she had no plans on cooking shit, but for you, she's making a 3-course meal for you specifically. Which one is it?
Well, both. Sometimes she makes food for herself and her kid, and then I have some. And then sometimes
that don't count. That don't count, guys. Let me say this. Anytime a woman is already cooking and she just said, "Hey, I got a little bit. I'll make you a plate." I mean, it's cool. Be courteous. If you want to accept it. But none of that means anything until you tell her to cook something that you specifically want to have cooked for you, and she does it. And she buys the ingredients herself. If that don't happen, it don't mean nothing. But go ahead, Carl.
Have you met the kids?
Have I met? Yeah, I met the kids.
That ain't your jump off, man. Come on, man. Yeah. You need to be honest with yourself.
Bro, he's over there when he's smashing. Bro, goddamn well when you smash it, they over there.
Real quick. I just want to let it be known that we kind of gave this nigga a whole fucking hour. I just want to let y'all know that.
All right, let's get him off. Let's get back to the video, man. Let's get him off.
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate you.
All right.
Easy caller.
I'm gonna replay the video because it's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
I want us to have fresh points of view and shit. So let me go ahead and play this this horrible shit again. And again, guys, pay attention to all of it, but specifically pay attention to her level of care. Like, I don't give a fuck. And you can just tell that there was never any real attraction. Are you attractive or just acquiring stuff to attract women? Let me just say this real quick. Also, bear in mind, what did he say? She was a stay-at-home wife. She didn't have a job. I'm just saying.
I got married 17 days ago, and we're already deciding to call it quits. I was out of town working. I told her when I was coming home, and I came home, and there was another car in the driveway. I go into the bedroom, and my wife is laying in the bed with a couple. It was a man and a woman. So I started throwing a fit. They started talking about how she's been their girlfriend for 2 years. So it's like, I've never heard of any of this. And then she decided that she didn't want to be with me anymore. And even though it's only been 14 days, we're looking into getting an annulment, a divorce. I don't even know how it works. We only been married for 2 weeks. But I wanted to actually stick it out, but I just want an apology. I want you to acknowledge that you're wrong. You've been in a relationship with these people for 2 years, and I don't even know them, and they're in my house, and I'm away on work. You don't have a job, so you have the time to do these kinds of things. And it's like, for you to have the nerve to say you want to no longer be with me, it just makes no sense, because I'm the one that should be looking to forgive you, but I don't even know how this works, or I don't have anybody to talk to about it. That's the only reason I'm even saying anything on here, because I literally don't even know what to do. But yeah, it looks like after 14 days, our relationship is pretty much over.
Bro, let me say this. Again, there's so much to cover there. And let me just say this right now. And guys, you can quote me on everything I'm about to say right now when it comes to the predicament he found himself in. Number one, for you to come home and your woman got other people, not even just one person. She got a whole couple in bed, in your bed that y'all fuck in. Yo, bro, everybody got to go. God damn it, know what I'm saying? But the disrespect, know what I'm saying? But not only that, I want guys to understand something. And I've been telling you guys, these women, and what I'm about to say, I'm not saying it to denigrate women. I'm saying it to make a point. Mm-hmm. Women are nasty. Women have all of these freaky, nasty tendencies, all these different things they like to do, sexual fantasies, all these perversions. And I said that to say this. If you're with a woman who doesn't want to explore any of those perversions with you, one, she is not submissive to you. Mm-hmm. Two, she is not sexually attracted to you. Three, y'all have no sexual chemistry. Because when you have a woman who's cheating on you and she's fulfilling her sexual fantasies with other people but never you, that's something to be said about the fact that she was never with you because she wanted you sexually. She never looked at you or views you that way. So when we tell you guys, you need to fucking understand why women are with you. You need to know that. But y'all got it.
Look, a woman gonna do, people in general gonna do what they're gonna do. To me, the most important part is how you respond to it. And this dude, in my opinion, is responding to it all wrong. He's responding to it like a bitch ass dude, like, honestly. So he talking about he wants an apology. He still wants to work it out. And he doesn't even realize how much of a simp he is. He doesn't realize how he's coming from a place of weakness. Why do you unless you was going to go in there and join them? Why the hell do you need an apology? Why the hell do you want to continue to work it out? Like you are totally in a coming from a place of weakness, and I suspect that that's the reason why she felt like she could have a relationship outside of you and then treat you like that. And honestly, I think that there was more to the story. I think that when he came in the room, they probably didn't even stop what they was doing.
I bet you she told him, "Hold up, I'm coming. Hold up, I'm coming. Hold up, I'm coming. Keep going. Hold up, I'm coming. Wait, hold on." Go ahead.
Like the way he told the story, it sounds like he saw them and he said he threw that was the other thing he said. He said he threw a fit. And I'm like, bro, you're not responding like a man. And everything he said to me is the very exact reason why she is in an outside relationship on this dude and not showing him any regard. You understand? And so, again, like I said, it's not really what happens. People are going to do weird shit. People, if you're not careful, if you don't know how to vet, things like that, sometimes even if you do know how to vet, a woman can still make mistakes. But when you respond a certain way, it shows how much of a weakling you are. And then it also, like, she is, all his bitch ass responses to the situation, she's probably looking at the situation like, yeah, now I see why I treat this nigga like this. You see what I'm saying? So I don't, a lot of people might expect me to be like, oh, yeah, his wife is fucked up for doing what she did. But honestly, I'm looking at it now like this dude is a bitch ass nigga. And I see why his wife did what she did. I'm not saying what she did was right, but I'm saying I see why.
Yeah. And see, Miles, that's where I'm at. I can look at a situation and two things could be true at the same time. She's foul. She's ill for that. But I'm looking at the dude, he's a bitch ass nigga, though, with the way you acting about it, though.
You can see he don't have like the best communication skills, and I'm quite sure he didn't really, game her up or talk to her. I threw a fit, like,
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Also, if she's been under bad leadership, she might not have known how to tell this guy what she's into.
Exactly.
She's the third on a thrumple, and she might have been looking for a guy to have their own throuple with, or to be, seeing this couple and how close they are. So, he said something to me that was kind of, she knew exactly when he was going to be home. So this is something that she possibly wanted him to see, see the reaction.
See his reaction. Yeah.
Instead of saying, hey, I don't know what's going on here, but Let's talk about this. I might like this. None of that. I threw a fit.
The first thing I would have done is checked out homie's wife and see what she working with.
Yeah, like, hey, hold on.
And then maybe be like, you know what? Fuck all that. Let me join in because your wife is bad as fuck. Let's get it popping.
Yeah, sometimes you need to take a step back and think about some stuff. Like, hold on. Hey, let's have a conversation real quick. Y'all don't move. You know,
you never know. If his wife is working with something, you gotta see.
Either way, his reaction
I'll say a
was
man
to
has
throw
to
a fit.
learn how to adapt.
Hey, you gotta learn how to adapt.
He's got to adapt.
Throw a fit. And on top of that, you know, in my head, I might be like, yeah, this is over with, but I'm going to enjoy this today.
Right.
And we're going to do it. I'm going to kick everybody out tomorrow. Like, ain't no way I'm doing this. You know, so, and then he says, I still want to be in the relationship. And this is a prime example of a guy that is a passenger in his own freaking life. He still wanted to be with this woman that disrespected him up and down. Don't even see the blessing of knowing that she is not getting alimony or cutting half of nothing that he has because it's only been 14 days. He doesn't even see the blessing of finding her true colors out earlier than later on when she has 2 kids and he takes a DNA test for the third one that looks nothing like him and finds out that all the other 2 wasn't even his either. So like, you know, this is a blessing for him that he doesn't really see because he's so caught up on wanting to stay in the passenger seat. I wanted to forgive her and work her it out, but apparently she just wants to go. That's because the dude over there in that Trumple was like, hey, man, leave this weenie alone.
Right.
We can all live together.
That's the guy that she said she attracted to. That's the guy. Bro, imagine this. Imagine you a nigga. You a side nigga. And you got the chick that you a side nigga to fucking with you and your main chick. With the other nigga just sitting there, you know, just looking. Let me just say this real quick. He said that the couple has said, we've all been doing this for over 2 years now. So I said for 2 years now. So I don't know how long they've been together, but I bet you if we had a conversation with him, I bet you she made him wait for sex. I bet you he dated her, probably took her out on several dates before they
ordered her.
Yeah, ordered her. I bet you they had regular sex. I bet you she never told him about any freaky shit that she's into. I bet you she don't even suck that nigga's dick. I bet you she don't even do that. Right? And I'm serious. I'm dead serious because I don't believe she is sexually attracted. I don't believe she is sexually attracted to him at all. I believe the only reason why she's with him was because he was willing to take care of her and she didn't have to work. Right? So you know what I'm saying? So when she caught him in the bed and he felt some type of way. Now, bear in mind, he still wants the relationship or the marriage. She is like, fuck you in this marriage after 2 weeks. So for her, she probably like, I'm gonna go live with the couple anyway. I've been wanting to make this a permanent lifestyle choice, right? Perfect time to do it, right? So I'm just saying. Look, let me just say this real quick. Let's go back to the 2-year thing. How much you want to bet that she obligated him to sexual exclusivity?
Right.
And this is what I mean by that. And Miles, I don't know if you recall, probably about
looking at him back, and the way he talking.
Called in.
I don't think she had to obligate him to nothing. He was.
Okay, well, but what I'm saying was it was an understanding. But so we had a caller that called in, Miles, and he said he was dealing with this woman, and they would get into a relationship, but he didn't want to stop fucking other chicks, but she basically told him, if you want me, you got to stop fucking other chicks if you want to be with me. And he stopped. Right. And he got into this monogamous relationship with her, only to find out later she was cheating on him. Right? So I said all that to say this, and this is why, guys, you have to be careful. A lot, not all guys. Not all, but a good number of these women out here will have you believe that they want monogamy or sexual exclusivity, only to get you to commit to it. But the whole time, they never stop fucking whoever they was fucking. They never
Right.
stop. They've been, even with this guy, their whole relationship, she's been having this threesome. And Lord knows what else she was doing. Right? But again, guys, it comes back to this. Are you attractive or just acquiring stuff to attract women? If y'all don't mind, let me throw something up there before I forget. Most men weren't taught how to be attractive, but how to acquire things to attract women. And
Real
that's the
talk.
problem with a lot of guys.
True that.
Is
Yeah.
most young boys, they're never taught how to actually be a man who's attractive to women.
Right.
But they're taught how to acquire, accumulate, and achieve things to attract women. Go ahead.
Hold on, sorry. All right. So we got 609-609. You are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. We got your host K-Zag. We got Jay Roman and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Hey, what's up, man? This is Rudy, 24 Jersey. Yo, K-Zag, what's up, bro? It's Rudy.
Rudy. What up, Rudy?
What up?
Going on with you, man?
Yeah, what's up? Nah, I'm good. I first wanted to start off with a saying, man, I've been getting really coaching from K-Zaggin a lot lately, and he's really helped me out a lot in my life. Well, not just dating, but with like business as well, because, you know, I'm into filmmaking, and he gave me an idea because I told him, you know, I can't really do the filmmaking, like, you know, as much money do filmmaking. He said, why not do skits and shit? And so because he gave me that idea, now I'm about to open up a YouTube channel to do skits and shit like that. So I just wanted to say shout out to him for that and to encourage guys, man, get some coaching. Because with these guys is when it's one-on-one, they give you advice that will help you out for you.
Facts.
And not like for everyone else. Because when I talk to K-Zaggin,
Yeah, go ahead.
when I talk to K-Zaggin one-on-one and it's just me and him, he does it. He's like, fuck everybody else. He gives me advice that's best for me.
Right.
It's like a coach that's coaching you in basketball. They'll coach you based on your skill set, based on what you need, instead of giving advice to the whole generalization public.
Tailor-made advice.
For that.
Tailor-made advice.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why we encourage you guys to set up coaching calls, man. Make the investment make the investment in yourself. Facts.
There you go.
Exactly, and he's improved my life so much. Not just the dating aspect, fuck that shit. But the business aspect way more. He's helped improve my life way more on that. So I like to just wanted to call in and encourage guys, man, get some coaching. And Miles, I also appreciate the advice you gave me yesterday on that Steph Curry shit. You feel me? You told me you gave me that Steph Curry example.
Yes, sir.
I was out last night and I went out with that mindset, right? Talked to at least 27 to 28 women. And bro, by the end of the night, bro, I felt way more comfortable. My conversations got way more smoother and shit like that.
Yep.
And there was women that were interested in me and shit, but they were either there with their boyfriends or they had husbands and shit. So I definitely see what you were saying by the end of the night.
Yes, sir. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, and I wanted to add this too before I go, bro. It's so crazy. At the end of the night, bro, I shit you not. One of the security guards came up to me, right, and they said, "Yeah, bro, you know, we got some. We you know, the two women came up to us and told them that, you know, you made them feel uncomfortable or whatever, because, you know, I was going around telling bitches, you know, let's hook up or let's have sex, and you know, I didn't say it like that, but I said it in like sexual innuendos and shit, right?
Right.
And they were telling me, yeah, bro, we gonna have to ask you to leave and shit like that.
Right.
And you know what's crazy? When they told me that shit and I had to leave the club, that shit empowered me even more. Cause I'm like, hold on, you need to tell me I got impact on two people's lives that they willing to try and get me kicked out and shit. And that shit encouraged me to even keep going and to keep talking to more girls at another spot.
At another spot, right? At another spot. Exactly.
Exactly. Because it's like, you motherfucking haters are not about to stop this growth and shit like that. Fuck that.
Right.
Like, that shit empowered me OD. And that's what happens when you a man and you got an identity and you out here doing what the fuck you want to do. It's foreign to so many people, and they really gonna be out here hating on you, but you can't let that stop you.
Facts.
Real talk. So that's what I wanted to say, man. Y'all going, man.
Hey, receipts.
Nah, and guys, you might encounter that. You might encounter that shit where you in a spot and you talking to different women and they try to fucking like shame you or tell you to leave because you're making women uncomfortable. It is what it is. It is what it is. Just leave. Don't cause no scene. Just leave and go to a different spot. You understand? Because everybody, A lot of people these days got certain things going on in their brain where they want to make you a villain just because you're honest about what you want. You just got to see past it and keep it moving. That's all it is.
Exactly, because they was like, we gotta ask you to leave because we don't want people creating bad reviews, women creating bad reviews and shit. You know how society is these days. And I'm like, I just looked at them like, man, whatever. But they was like, you could come back tomorrow though. But in my head, I'm like, I'm never coming back.
So real quick, so they understand what it is. Like we know they tripping and they making a big deal out of nothing. But they also understand that their customer base is guys, and the reason why guys is there because the girls is there. And anytime you have alcohol and girls, so they understand the dynamic of how everything works. So it's like, look, we know these bitches is tripping. Look, just to appease them, so nothing else happened. Go ahead and go, but wink, wink. Come back tomorrow. These bitches might won't even be here. That's all it is. So you can't really be mad at them for that.
Yeah.
And sometimes too.
Yeah, so go ahead, Mal.
Sometimes too, you gotta be strategic and read the room. Like some spaces where it's not, because you got some places that are really intimate and small, right? Yeah. So you could literally be right here talking to one chick, and then you go over here and talk to the next chick, and everything is is in plain view of everyone else. And these bitches, look, remember, these women are insecure. You understand? So certain situations, you could be strategic where you could holler at two right now, go to another spot, holler at another two, and then come back later. Because the crowd is going to shift. The crowd is going to change. The problem, you got to be strategic, guys. You can't just, hey, what's going on? I want to fuck. 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 Like, come on, guys. Like, we gotta be realistic and we gotta be strategic. Like, let's
let me add this. Just generally speaking, most women don't care, right? Every now and again, you might get a chick who's a feminist or something, or maybe she's a feminist because she's the feminist lesbian. If she's the feminist and she's a lesbian, she really gonna have a problem with you hitting on her, right? So what's probably gonna happen is, how dare these men think that the world is their playground for women and they can just talk to any old woman how they want. So you might every once in a blue moon run into a chick like that who just don't like men. But for the most part, most women aren't, they aren't going to react like that and go around snitching and telling and all that. Most women, they'll just tell you no and keep it pushing, right? You're not that important of a cog in a wheel in their life. You know what I'm saying? It's like they'll tell you no and keep it pushing. But go ahead. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
But the thing is, though, the spot what I was in is like, it's big as hell. So you really, like, it's a big ass club, so you really could talk to one girl on one side, go to the other side, and talk to a whole other girl. So I was strategic. It's not like I was just rolling up to say, "Hey, I want to fuck." I was having a conversation, reading the room, and I used like little sexual innuendos and shit. And as soon as I saw that they were receptive to it, I'm like, shorty, have a good night. The funny part is, I could go to that same spot for like a year now, not consistently, but for a year now, doing the same shit, and I never had an encounter like that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's rare. A lot of guys, they think it's common, but it's rare.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Now, it might not be a rare occurrence, but it's rare that it's going to happen to you more than once. Like, typically, if people actually coming up to you telling you to leave, in most cases, unless you're being extremely vulgar and loud and forceful with it, nobody's gonna fuck with you. Like, it's rare that happens. But hold on real quick, caller, because he says, what if the guy got the cops called on him at the club for harassment? He wasn't. See, guys, y'all have to understand what harassment is. Harassment isn't talking to multiple women. Harassment is when you talk to the same woman multiple times, right? So if a woman is telling you, no, I'm not interested, and you keep trying, now it's harassment. So, see, and the reason why they kicked him out, because they knew he wasn't harassing them. Now, if they would have asked him to leave and he would have refused to leave or caused an issue, then the cops would have got called, but it would have been for being a public nuisance, not for harassment.
And honestly, listen, because a lot of these chicks is not used to shit, them asking you to leave is not even like you really getting kicked out. Like I said, go ahead and leave. And they even told you, come back tomorrow. The problem, all I'm saying is that the problem is we can't be, we gotta switch it up. We can't be doing too much in one space. That's all I'm saying. And if like I said, if you're gonna do 2 or 3, you're gonna holler at 2 or 3. Leave and come back. Space it out a little bit. Space it out. That's all I'm saying.
Right, most definitely.
I'm not gonna comment too much. Because getting kicked out or getting asked to leave, to me, seems like he was a lot on the attack, and not on the chill.
It never happened to me. I don't even understand.
I never got kicked out of any space or anything like that. But I've seen guys that come in, and it seems like there's a mission to talk to a whole bunch of women. There's a mission to do that, and even though that might be the mission, there still is you being chill and cool,
right,
with the spot, like posting up at the bar and just having a little drink, having one come by you, and you let that opportunity don't go past you by speaking.
Right.
There's a difference on like being on the hunt compared to
if
something walks by me, it walks by me.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna look desperate to it, and I'm not saying that's what you were or that's what you are, but sometimes we let the mission be like the first thing, and we forget about all the other things behind that. All the other things behind that is I'm still going to be me, cool, relaxed, a chilled person at a spot to enjoy myself.
Right.
Part of that enjoyment might be to get at women, but that's not the forefront of it. When they come around my space or area, I'm gonna let them know what's up. If I like something over there, I'm gonna walk to it, but I'm not gonna just kind of like attack the place. So, it's a balance to it. And I think that, once you get one thing down, maybe you could work on the other. Getting comfortable talking to them, getting comfortable saying what you want to say to them. That's all fine and dandy, but also work on the balance of enjoying your space that you in. Like, hey, I'm chilling. It's not about you per se. I came out to relax. I am going to speak with you, but it's not a desperation speak to.
But also, what it may look like both of y'all are saying on the attack, is you see a woman and you pounce and she say no, and you already looking, oh, they'll go 2 over there, and you make a beeline. You pounce, and it's almost like instead of you just chilling, like you're just on an attack. Boom, 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 boom.
Right.
And oftentimes, and Carl, I'm not saying that this is the case for you. I'm just using this as a teacher moment for everybody. Sometimes your energy may come off a little more aggressive than you intend. And it might not necessarily be your words. It might be just your energy, because you kind of hyped up because you've been told no. Now you're on this mission because you really want the next couple of interactions to be a yes. So the energy level is just there. The adrenaline is there. So there might be an energy you're giving off, like J. Roman and Miles are saying, where women are kind of like, oh, wait a minute.
But I'll say this though. The bottom line is keep going. Don't let shit stop you. Like, don't think that we're telling you to slow down or to not go out and do what you do. Keep going. Fuck them niggas. If the bar is letting these stupid feminist bitch ass women cause them to want to ask you to leave, then just leave. Don't cause no scene and move on to the next fucking bar. That's it. That's
and
it.
Part of what he described,
you will slow you down.
And part of what he described was.
Oh, go ahead, Joe. My bad.
Now, part of me, what you described when I was listening to you, you said there was women there with men that you seen had some interest, and sometimes those be the ones to be like, what did he say? Oh, he want to have sex? Oh, that's too. The men saying something to their women, like, no, we gotta do something. Like, so basically, you kind of got hated on by people that's there, like looking at you, enjoying yourself, talking to all these women, talk to they women, and it's like, what he said? What? That's too much. Like, he's over here harassing, so you got to watch out for that too.
Guys will hate on that because to J. Roman's point, it could be a guy there with a girl, and one of the other girls said, "Yo, yeah." He said he wanted me to sit on his dick, and then the girl be like, "Ooh, he said that to you, girl." Ooh, and the dude looking at the chick like, "What you mean, ooh, bitch?" Right? So you never know, because some dudes do be hating. Because they don't like the way their chick responded to what you said.
Right, and because they don't have enough fucking balls to say it themselves.
Exactly.
Right. Now, I would say this, though. It wasn't the dudes, because when I roll up on a chick, I'll have a conversation, and one of the first questions I'll ask is, who are you here with? And if they say, oh, my husband or my boyfriend, I'll just say, I'll catch you later. And I'll keep it pushing.
No, but Rudy. Again, you're not totally getting it. It don't have to be her boyfriend or her man or even her friend. It could be just another nigga in the club looking at you do your thing and just hating on your confidence. That's what we're saying. Sometimes, let me tell you, sometimes it be the waiter, bro. Sometimes it be the fucking waiter. Sometimes it be the bartender. You at the bar, hollering at chicks at the bar, and the fucking bartender will tell security, yo, tell I gotta leave because I think he's bothering the women because he's on some halfway fucking rainbow whatever shit trying to tame you down. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying.
That's gay as hell.
You can't let none of this shit stop you or slow you down. A lot of these motherfuckers out here is sensitive to a masculine identity, but you can't let it stop you.
Bro, look, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you. Even if, like, let's say for the sake of argument, like you at McDonald's or something, and one of the chicks there is flirting with you. It could be a guy there that's ice grilling you and shit because the girl there is flirting with you. Niggas is jealous everywhere. Like dudes you don't even know exist is mad at you because some chick that they got the hots for is eyeballing you. Even at work, right? There's a chick at work. You the new guy. You getting way too much attention, bro. Ask me how I know. Niggas in your training class is cool with you, right? But when you hit the floor and the chicks is fucking with you and gravitating to you, all them niggas, they acting funky with you and shit. You be like, what up? Niggas is ignoring you, turning their back. Bro, and you looking at these niggas, why these niggas mad at me? And you have no clue because the girl that's giving you attention or the girl that they see you talking to, they try to get at her and that girl basically gave them the Heisman. Like niggas be hating on the smallest of shit, especially when it comes to women.
Yep.
Well, and especially if they spent all that time acquiring stuff to attract women, but yet you come in with less stuff than they got,
right?
You get more attention.
Oh, bro.
That's the issue when they think you don't look as hot as they look on why you getting the women, or your car ain't as fresh, or your watch ain't as dope, or whatever they acquired to attract women. You don't have none of that, but they're enjoying your space and time.
Right.
You could get hated on, but you got to be able to. I think for me, like I'm liking what I'm hearing that you're doing, and you're gaining this confidence and talking to women. Just have balance and read the room. Reading the room is very vital. I think Miles touched on it a little bit. You got to be able to read the room.
Yeah.
Right now, Jay Roman, to your point, that's exactly what I was doing last time. I would go to one bar, grab a drink. It'll be chicks around me. I'll talk to them and stuff. And, I'll go to another bar, grab another drink. It'll be chicks around me. I'll talk to them stuff. It'll literally be, I'll be talking to one girl right there, and I'll literally turn around to go to the bathroom, and it'll be another girl there. I even saw some dudes that I knew last night, and I dapped them up and be like, hey, what's up, bro? I haven't seen you in a long time, bro. You feel me? So I really was just enjoying myself and talking to girls around me. And it was even times during the night where I would just pause and just chill and relax and just check on things on my phone and then just continue doing what I do. So you definitely have a point with the balance.
Facts.
Good. Sound like a good night.
Yeah, hell yeah, it was a good night. Like I said, when that shit happened, I didn't get discouraged at all. I felt even more empowered. I'm like, yo, I know I'm doing something right. For whoever's saying me to have enough energy, or even not to take the time out of their night just to come report me to fuck around with what I'm doing.
Right.
I know I'm doing something right. That shit empowered me OD, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. Exactly. All right, Rudy, we appreciate you, brother. Thanks for calling in, man. And keep going, all right?
Man.
Keep going.
Man. Y'all have a good one, man. And K Zaggin, I'm going to book another consultation with you next week, bro. I'll see you then.
All right.
All right, brother. I'm going to holler at you.
All right. Peace, man. Take it easy. All right. So we got 210. You are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. We got your host, K Zag. We also got J Roman and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Hey, what's
Hi,
up,
my
man?
name is
Tony.
Wait. I said 210. Just 210.
Oh,
Two.
we got
Your area
multi-callers?
code is 210. That's the only person I'm talking to right now. So 210, please go ahead.
Hey, man, yeah, it's your boy, man. It's K Zagin's brother from 210.
No.
I don't, okay, he hung up. Good. So we got 702. 702, you're on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is 702. This is Tony. I'm 52. I live in El Paso. I'm 57 years old.
All right, Tony.
Yeah.
Hey, two different ages there, man.
I was just wondering what you guys think. I'm 57 and I'm dating a 22-year-old, and she works as a dancer.
Okay.
And I was wondering what your thoughts were about dating strippers and then dating somebody with a large age gap.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, buddy?
Well, the way I look at it is, because I'm older, I get to enjoy being with a young, pretty, beautiful girl, and because she works as a dancer, she's her market value is a lot less, which makes it easier for me to date.
Oh, okay.
So are you saying
market
that?
value.
Are you saying that you feel that low quality women are ripe for the picking, and that higher quality women evade you? They're harder to capture. Is that what you're admitting to us?
Well, all I'm saying is that because her market value is a lot lower, and I don't feel like spending a lot of time finding a high value woman, because I'm a truck driver. I feel like, in a sense, it's like I'm going out. I'm like driving a Lamborghini, but the Lamborghini is like, during the day, the Lamborghini is part of a car rental service that rents exotic cars. But when I'm home, I get to drive the Lamborghini myself. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Okay. So if you're happy, if you call her, if you're happy, if all of your dreams and wants and desires are being fulfilled, living the lifestyle you're living, continue, enjoy.
All right. I was just wondering what your thoughts were.
No. Hey, grown men, as long as you're not breaking any laws or hurting anybody, do what you feel. Go ahead, Miles.
Yeah, I was just saying, our thoughts don't matter, bro. It's your life. It's what you want.
Okay. All right.
Here's my question for you: are you 52 or 57? Because you gave us two different ages.
I'm driving, so my mind was on.
I caught that too, Jay.
I'm 57 years old.
Yeah, he was driving past exit 52. That's right.
Okay. So
I'm 57 and she's 22.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Is this something you brag about to your friends?
No, I actually, I've been working as a truck driver a long time, so I'm kind of isolated. I really don't have any friends. So I just do what I do. I travel and I stop in at, the strip club, and then I decided to ask this girl out a year ago, and we started going out, and then we started, spending time together, and when I go back home to where I live in El Paso, I stay at the house, and then I leave again, and she does what she does, and I do what I do, and then that's about it.
Okay. How much stuff have you bought her? I'm just curious in the type of things you buy her.
I buy her stuff. I buy her jewelry. I buy her cologne, fragrances.
How long have you known her?
I buy her flowers. I've known her. I met her 2.5, almost 3 years ago, but we've only been together for 9 months.
Okay. I want to push back on something. You called her a low value woman, but you sure are treating her pretty high value.
Extremely.
I mean, for a low value woman, she makes you feel good, and there's something that you feel like is worth it. So, is she really low value to you?
Well, no, I mean she's to me she's a high value girl, but I know that you know the perception of a girl and that.
Caller. So here's the problem, right? And it's a disconnect with guys that typically don't have standards, right? And I'm not saying you don't have standards, caller. I'm just just making a generalization. A lot of times when you guys talk about high value women, oftentimes you guys are talking about the beauty of a woman, not the duty of a woman, but the beauty of a woman, right? So it's kind of like when they say high value man, it's kind of like they're trying to insinuate that a man who has a lot of money is high value, but we know that ain't true because there's a lot of worthless guys that got money, right? But likewise, or conversely, when they say high value woman, they like to, or they say quality woman, they like to equate that with her beauty, right? So for me, when I think about quality anything, a woman who has value or a quality woman, I think about the character of the woman, right? I think about the character of the woman, right? Because a woman can look good, but she can be a piece of shit of a person, right? So there's nothing, this quality about a woman who really ain't shit, but she just happened to be pretty. But I just wanted to clarify that, but y'all got it.
Okay. And what I was saying about the high value and your thought line is that it all depends on how you view her, right? So you view her worthy of your attention and gifts and time for whatever she does for you. So to me, for you, then I don't think you should use high value or low value. She's just valuable to you.
Right. I treat her with love and respect, and I perceive her in my mind as a loving and respectful girl, and
that's what matters. Call her right there, real quick. Call her. Let me just jump in and say something real quick. Let me say this because oftentimes in this YouTube space, we have guys that are overly concerned about a woman's sexual past, her body count, and all of that. And for whatever reason, when guys speak to these things, they kind of gloss over how the woman actually treats them and how the woman actually shows up and she's actually of service and actually, a helpmate of sorts, right? So my thing is, it sounds like you're able to look past something that you might see as a blemish because of how she's actually treating you and behaving herself. Would that be correct for me to assume that?
Right, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All right, y'all got it.
All right, we so caller, you good, man? You good? We got the other call.
Good. Thanks for talking to me.
Hey, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for supporting the show, man. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Take it easy, man. All right, so we got 980. You are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. We got your host, K-Zag. We got J. Roman and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Israel 26, Atlanta. What's going on, gentlemen? How you guys doing?
Israel, what's going on with you, bro? How you been?
What up, fam?
You been good to hear from you, bro.
Hey, I know it's been a while, Miles, but let's just say a lot of things have been popping off, and it's today marks like the 2.5 year anniversary that I've been on both the Masculine Identity and Bad Boy memberships, and I came to like 3 realizations.
That's what's up, man.
So I caught the last bit of the live you and Mr. Carl did yesterday about just approaching, and then when I remember you guys were going in heavy about why the reps for 25 women a day are important. And just when I was out yesterday, just approaching because, I had some free time on my hands, I realized, wait a minute. Like, I talked to X amount of women this day, and some of them, I didn't even go far in the conversation because I knew when to cut it off because of what they were showing me. And I realized that since I've been doing that lately, I'm like, okay, now it's starting to click like rapid fire. Like, I don't need to be all eager to get the words out of what I want to say. The main thing is that, okay, I want to see how each woman I come across responds to me, whether I finish my sentence or not, and knowing when to cut the conversation short and walk away. That's number one. Number two, K-Zag, you were talking, I think it was on Mr. Lucario's live, I think a few days ago about, you know, it's the same concept of 25 women a day. And, you know, he was doing a breakdown. And I realized that, you know, I do need to start implementing, you know, online, you know, in my repertoire just for the reps, not just for the results, because me, I'm not going to lie, you know, yeah, I don't like, you know, doing the whole online thing, but I like to use that, you know, as a supplement. And I realized that it'll be more conducive. So I found this to say to you guys that, oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, see, my thing is include it all, because what's really hurting a lot of guys is just being an effective communicator. So all of it will help you communicate yourself better, whether it's face-to-face, messaging online, but also even with the online shit. Eventually, you'll learn more efficient and proficient ways to get the woman off of the joint and on a date as soon as she wants to go on a date. So a lot of that will just teach you time management, and it should teach you how important your time is, right? Especially when you start dealing with a bunch of chicks who don't want to get off the app. They just want to message you all day. So do it all so it can just help you overall just learn how to manage your time, but also so it can help you with patterns of behavior. When I talk about patterns of behavior, meaning typically when women are attracted to you, there's typically certain patterns they display versus when women aren't attracted to you, but they give you the misleading impression that they are, right? One is gold, one is fool's gold, right? So a lot of times the more women you deal with, the more you be able to get it, but the more you'll be able to navigate the nuances of the real deal versus the bullshit.
You know, I agree. I definitely agree, because back then my mindset, you know, being online was like, oh man, you know, it's a waste of time, you know, back then originally. But then I said to myself, and this is where Miles, shout out to you, Miles, where you and Lucario say that everything that a man does, good or bad, you know, or whatever happens in the situation is always on the man themselves. Because I realized, like, okay, there's been times where I haven't been clear or direct about what I want on these dating apps, because that's where I actually dropped and fumbled the ball. Like, if I was actually clear and direct and straight to the point, then I would have been able to shift through certain things quick and get things popping off, you know, from online, you know, to in person, number one. And then also, too, I'll give you an example. When I was at a gym, this is like, I think 2 weeks ago, and I'm just finishing up my workout on my way out, you know, of the gym. You know, I see this woman, right? And mind you, I said, okay, you know, let me just holler at her and see what's going on. You know, I walked up to her and introduced myself and asked her what her name is. And she's like, why? I didn't say a word. I just immediately walked off, and I was like, okay, the way she said why, that told me everything I needed to know. Because me, like, trying to, you know, play the whole convincing game is just bullshit. And, you know, Miles, you are a real motherfucker. Like, I appreciate how you basically just let it be known that fuck that Cloud Marcus, and you just bounce out of there, because I'm not the type of person that can even do that shit either. Like, just not too long ago, I was literally, you know, talking to a chick, and we were literally about to go actually to this juice cafe, you know, on a date. But then, you know, she was just smacking her gums every time she talked, and I just, you know, bounced, because my masculine identity tells me I don't like that shit. I really don't. Like, that should annoy me. And mind you, too, like, I know right then and there, if we could have went somewhere or to a motel or a hotel across the street from that juice bar and fucked, but I said, you know what? No, I can't. Like, I just can't do it.
Right.
And that's why it's not about getting the pussy. It never was. It was about, you know, basically having guidelines as a man and sticking to those guidelines regardless, because your guidelines and who you are as a man comes first, which is why manhood is a skill set. Shout out to you, K-Zag. And so I just want to say, appreciate you guys and whatnot. And because of what you guys have taught is why I'm able to get ready to move to a different city within the summer.
Nice. Congratulations. Congratulations, bro.
Like, literally, like, wait, and you're gonna see on Media Mondays where I have some new shit coming, but like, definitely, Miles, like, the masculine identity is the bread and butter, man. Like, you know, that's like the foundation, and I'm glad, you know, 2.5 years ago, you and Mr. Lucario told me to get on both, because like, they're synonymous. And for you guys still questioning this, like, I really don't understand, but you guys are gonna have to learn the hard way. I'm glad that I'm not in my 30s or 50s, and you know, just now finding this out.
Right.
I'm still young, and you know, I'm glad there's certain things that I had to come to a realization. It's like, damn,
Well,
this really worked. Now I see.
Here's the issue. The difference between you and other guys who have opened up their mind to learning new information and being receptive to maybe shifting your mindset to a more positive outlook, right? So you can actually get the things that you want. The difference between y'all and these other guys is even when we talk about the title, right? Are you attractive or just acquiring stuff to attract women? See, when you are a guy and you don't have anything, all the shit that you said you need to get women, you got to have this amount of money. You got to have these kind of cars and all of this. A lot of the guys who say looks, money, status, those guys are none of those things that they say men need, right? And in their mind, the reason why they're not having any luck with women is because they haven't achieved or they haven't accumulated, right, certain things yet. So their thing is, it can't be the fact that I don't brush my teeth on a regular basis. It can't be the fact that I only shower, once every couple of days. It can't be the fact that my clothes don't match. It can't be the fact that I'm a passive guy and I have no backbone. That can't be the reason why bitches don't want me. It's got to be because I don't got a Rolls Royce or I don't got all of this joy. It's got to be because of that, right? So what happens is, this is why a lot of times when people call in and talk to us or they leave comments, there's a lot of vitriol and angst and anger with their comments, and we didn't do anything to them. So you have to wonder, why are they coming in with all of this spite in their tone, right? Because what it is, when we start talking, it becomes abundantly clear that a lot of these guys are inadequate men. They are inept men because they're listening to what we're saying, and they know we're talking directly to them, and they taking it personal. They're taking it personal because of what we're saying. Hit dogs holler. Right? This is why when 50 talk about niggas being losers, Steve talking about why do you hate yourself and you can't fuck, guys get mad because they know deep down inside it's true of them. And no one ever pointed it out like the brothers from the Manhood is the Skill Set Show and the Real Game No Theory podcast. Nobody points it out like us, and they can't fucking stand it. But y'all got it.
Facts.
Yeah,
man.
I agree. And the last thing to
go ahead,
on the note there, like, K-Zog, you hit the nail on the head because see, I worked in white collar and corporate America where I tried to chase those things, but in the middle of it, like, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? And I remember one time when there was a live going on. This is like December, like sometime late in 2022, and long story short, I was on a live show with Lucario Miles, and I was calling in, and I remember, trying to challenge everything that they said, but deep down, when they were saying some shit, and, Miles was, going off because I deserved it, I was like, yo, snap, because I'm not gonna lie, I did a bitch-ass move where I tricked, and after that call, I was like, I kind of had to, I want to say, I kind of broke down in the sense where it's like, damn, man, like all this could have been avoided had I actually just, done 1, 2, 3, X, Y, and Z. And sometimes it takes, going through the experience to see that you guys, everything you guys are saying is actually the truth. Sometimes you have to go through the experience, like the lesson has to be learned through the experience for people to come around to the truth. So that's all I wanted to say.
That's a fact, man.
And here's the thing, real quick, my bad, real quick. Shout out to Jungle Strut for the 20. Appreciate it. Let me just say this. We're not here to hurt you guys. What are we doing or saying where we're here, where it shows that we're here to hurt or manipulate or deceive or con you guys? We're just trying to give you some information that dudes need. Dudes need this information like oxygen. They needed it yesterday. We're trying to give it to you today and tomorrow. But y'all
yeah.
No, I just think, man, you made a good point about going through the experience. That's one thing that I always tell people, like, if you could learn from other people's experiences and not go through it, it'll just make you better from the jump, that you don't have to make that experience. And I think that's why part of us is here, is that, especially for the younger cats or even the ones that don't know, I've been through a lot of different experiences. I'm not looking at anybody in a downfall state saying, oh, you're dumb for that. My thing is, did you learn from it? Because sometimes we forget to learn from it. or we don't know what to learn from the experiences because our mindset is on something else.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times you see where people have these interactions with ladies, and because what they learn is, oh, women are messed up. Women are messed up. I keep learning that. But they don't have these brothers here that's saying, hey, you got to learn something different. And this is what you should learn from it to go through the experience to make it valuable. So it's a good point, man, that sometimes you got to go through those experiences to actually learn it. But you also have to have your mindset on the right things so you can learn from the experience.
Right. To receive it.
To receive it. And when you marry those two together, you'll start to learn that your jumps and bounds will be even faster and further because it'll just start to click.
Exactly.
Yeah,
All right.
my heart doesn't beat anymore when I walk up to him. But thank you guys. I'll let you guys go. I know you guys got a show to do.
Okay. All right, Israel. Appreciate you, bro. And hope to see you soon on Media Mondays to promote your business. And congratulations on moving to a new city, brother. Good luck with everything. All right.
Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely be keeping in touch with you guys.
All right.
Thank you.
You even sound different than before, man. If that's the same Israel from earlier, from.
We got 737. You are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. We got your host, K Zaggin, and we also have J Roman and Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Shout out to the panel. This is Miguel from California.
Okay, what's going on? How old are you?
Miguel from California.
I am 32.
32. Miguel, California, 32. All right, what's your question, buddy?
Miles, I wanted to ask you a photography question, if that's capable here.
Okay, go ahead.
I do want to buy some cameras for nature, street photography, and portraits. But I'm debating to stay with Sony or Lumix, which is owned by Panasonic. So I'm looking into the Sony Alpha X5 or the Lumix, I think it's X2, XX2. So I'm not sure if you used any of those cameras before.
You said the Sony Alpha X5?
The Sony Alpha V5 and the Lumix S6 3. I think they only got to 3 right now.
Sony Alpha V A7 RV AR A7 R5. Is that what you're saying?
So for the Sony, I know it's the Alpha mode with the I think the 5, which is the latest model right now, and then Lumix.
I'm googling this stuff and I don't see it. A Sony Alpha V5.
No, that's Sony Alpha 5.
Sony Alpha 5. Hold on.
Yes.
Nah, bro. You need a A7. You talking about the A7 R5?
I don't think I can afford the 7. I think I'm going with the 5.
Yeah, I don't. But I'm googling it and it's not coming up, bro. I don't know if you got the right model number, my G.
So Sony Alpha. Let's go with the Sony Alpha A7 III.
Okay, so now that sounds like it make more sense. A7 III. The Sony Alpha A7 III. Okay, let's see. Any of the Sony Alpha A7s, you'll be fine.
Have you used Lumix S5 III?
See, Lumix is cool, but if you want a wider range of accessories and like lenses, you're better off going with Sony. Lumix is cool, but it's a more specialized set. You understand?
What about Sony's customer service? Because I hear that when it comes to replacing lens, they give you a hard time just to do that.
Oh, I never had that experience. I never had to replace a lens. Thankfully, I never had to do that, so I don't know.
Okay.
I've never had to deal with customer service on that level. But what I'd like to do is I like to do whatever store I'm buying it from. I like to buy it from a store that has good customer service. You know what I'm saying? Or if I'm getting it fixed, you know, find like a good photography store in my neighborhood where I could get service like that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Thank you, Miles, and shout out to the panel. I do have a game question, but I was gonna save it for the whole panel tomorrow or on Sunday.
Okay. Well, ask it now since you're here. Who knows? You might not be able to call in tomorrow. Go ahead and ask it.
We're not guaranteed tomorrow, fam.
So my question was, I am a Christian believer, and I wanted to see if any of the gentlemen in the panel teach men who are Christ believers.
Okay, so this is what I would tell you. 1950. I know he's talked about that and some of his private discussions. I'm not saying and no other guy is incapable. What I am saying is I know he spoke to the fact that that's something that he's talked about.
Yeah, I think he's your.
I would definitely get up.
Yeah, I think he's your best bet for that because he's the last traditional man. So I think definitely. Either realist with the $49.99 super chat. He says appreciate the game. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, Miguel from California. You said?
Yeah, from California.
Yeah. All right, brother. Yeah. And good luck with your photography, bro. I mean that. Good luck with your photography. All right.
Yes.
All right, thanks, Miles.
All right. He got to get his model numbers together. That camera he talking about don't exist.
It's gonna be important, but you got to make sure the dollars are spent on the right equipment.
Right equipment, facts. Right. Yeah.
So we good on calls.
Yeah, we good on calls because we almost on OT. We straight on calls.
Okay. All right, and okay, cool. We ain't got no questions either. But I just want to get back to what the guy was saying. So even towards the end of the video, he said, "What? No questions."
Okay, cool.
We had one or two that we answered already, though.
Okay.
I'm surprised. Okay. I'm surprised. Normally they start coming in, they start rolling around this time. But no, I want to get back to something he was saying because towards the end of his diatribe, he was talking about still working on the marriage and staying with her. Mm-hmm. And the problem with a lot of guys is they never learn. He's not taking the time to learn how he even got to that predicament where a woman could pull the wool over his eyes, where he couldn't even see that she was never attracted to him like that. She had sexual fantasies that she wasn't fulfilling with him, that she was fulfilling outside of him. Like he never questioned himself. Like, how did I get here? Right? And a lot of guys, what guys don't understand, this is why I tell you guys, when y'all be talking about y'all want girlfriends and shit, and you say you don't know, you're him. For all you guys who don't know why you want a girlfriend, you just want one, you're him. For all you guys who say, when we do ask you and you do answer, affection, companionship, I want someone I can spoil. I've literally heard niggas say that when you ask them why they want a girlfriend, somebody I can go out on date with and spoil. You want a girlfriend so you can go out on dates and spoil? Like, you're mainly motivated to have a woman in your life for that reason? And then you wonder why. You wonder why they use and abuse you. You wonder why. And here's the thing. This is what guys don't understand. You're going to have a certain segment of women, not all women, but a certain segment of women that are hunters. I mean, they hunt for weak niggas. All they do is hunt. Like fucking hyenas. They hunt, right? Then you have other women who they don't necessarily hunt, but when they're presented with an opportunity to come up on something, they take advantage of a weak nigga's generosity, right? So just understand that a lot of guys, you're putting yourself in predicament for a woman to treat you like you ain't shit. And oftentimes, let's go back to the title. Are you attractive or just acquiring stuff to attract women? Let me go back to this. I'm gonna pass it to y'all real quick. My bad. I'm talking too goddamn long. Real quick. Most men weren't taught how to be attractive, but how to acquire things to attract women. Guys, y'all know a lot of these guys I do consultations with, especially the ones that got fathers, I'll ask them, has your father ever talked to you about dealing with girls? Never. He just told me, keep my belief in God, don't get in trouble, do good in school, get a good job so I can take care of a family. And that's all he tells me.
Right.
And he don't, so the problem with a lot of these guys that talk about looks, money, and status, they're being told to acquire the things that women say they want. But no one is teaching them how to navigate the dating scene. No one is teaching them how to navigate dealing with women. Nobody's teaching them how to navigate dealing with themselves. Because at what point is this information that they're getting from their father where the father is telling them, hey, look, I need to teach you some things about being a man, right? There are some pillars when it comes to the foundation of manhood. I need to teach you these things because these things are going to guide you in your decision making, right? And the sooner you know these things and adhere to these things, the better off you're going to be, and the less likely you're going to be in predicaments where you're getting fucked over by the opposite sex or by anybody for that matter. But y'all got it.
Nah, it's not. You know, it's like I said in the beginning, man. It's really all about because the things that you acquire are an extension of you, or at least they should be an extension of you, and anything else is disingenuous. You understand? So anything that I'm wearing, anything that I'm driving, my house, my clothes, whatever, it's still gonna be me. So whatever I attract is still has to be directed and compatible towards me. So that's why I think it's not really and the beautiful part is that's how you become attractive, right? You acquire things to enhance yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the attraction. That is what helps to build the attraction because it's authentically you. You understand? Like K-Zag, he might get himself a fucking, San Francisco 49ers, tuxedo or some shit. And that's him. Cause that's what he look. That's his team. And a bitch might be like, God damn, he look good in that damn tuxedo. I gotta go talk to that nigga. Or you get what I'm saying? And that's real attraction. You understand? And that's real attraction. Imagine you got niggas talking about choosing signals and they over here trying to buy shit that don't even speak to their masculine identity. And then when they see a woman staring at them because they're wearing some shit that they're not even comfortable in, they think that that's a real choosing signal. That is not no fucking choosing signal. You see what I'm saying? So, everything has to be authentic, man. And that's really what it's all about to me. Everything has to speak to your masculine identity.
To your point, Miles, and I think one of the easiest way for everybody to understand, if you go look in your closet and you got to throw stuff away because it's too trendy, because trends go in and out of style, right? Exactly. So you got to throw a lot of clothes away, or you look at something that's perfectly fine as far as it's not ripped, it's not torn, it's not faded, but you can't wear it anymore. You can't wear it because it says this or says that. Right. It's a trendy thing, and that trend is out of style. I don't have a lot of that stuff.
No,
like I haven't had to go through my closet and throw away nothing because of the trends or anything like that, because of who I am and how I like to dress, and it fits me. And I think that that's how your personality and the things you acquire, it should fit you where it never goes out of style because it is who you are.
Facts. Exactly. Jazz, why does a person want to get mad when they cannot tell their truth? Well, Jazzy Jazz, first of all, you need to get your spelling and your grammar correct, but why do they get mad when they can't tell their truth? Well, I guess they're frustrated because they can't express themselves, and maybe they don't know who they are, and that's a huge part of their insecurity and frustration with their personal perspective. So yeah.
Well, but not only that, a lot of people, they want to believe things they've been told that are not accurate, but because they're so comfortable with that belief, anytime they get new information, they're opposed to it. Even if the new information makes sense, they are opposed to it. This is why a lot of guys will call when Miles and L do their shows, or when Lucario's by himself, that one guy, I can't remember his name, the bitch ass nigga that always call and try and tell y'all, I'm only asking him, the other one be quiet. That bitch ass nigga. I'm saying that I can't stand that nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, who do you think you are? But anyway, the audacity. And anyway, let me stop. But my point is a lot of these guys, they're just not open to common sense,
right?
For whatever reason.
Exactly.
I think part of it is our natural instinct as human beings is to be suspicious and to doubt. It's almost like a predictive thing that we have in ourselves. But at the same time, and it serves us well, but it also can be a crutch too. So like everything, you need a certain balance to it to say, hey, okay, this new information, am I intelligent enough to take a step back from emotions of protection and doubt and review it first and see how it doesn't really apply before moving along? And a lot of people take the easier route and just say, hey, it's against the system. It's against what I'm naturally gets. It's against what I heard from before, not realizing, hey, your parents might not have game either. Your daddy might be lame. It's against all that stuff before you really think about it. My thing has always been this common sense. If you keep hitting your head and you keep doing the same thing, you got to try to do something different, and you've got to think about it differently. So,
thanks.
All right, real quick. Last joint, we're about to get up out of here. We in OT. So he says, so in other words, women are predatory. So how do you know how to find someone who is compatible with you? First of all, let's be clear. When it comes to predatory people, it's not gender specific, right? There are both men and women who are predatory in the world, right? That's both men and women. So it's not about women. And guys, this is very simple. This is very easy. The reason why y'all don't want to adhere to the game is because you niggas is hard-headed and you're too into your ego. Bro, all you have to do is deal with women strictly on your terms. That will solve a lot of your problems. Now, you can't always keep women from doing shit you don't like or saying shit you don't like. But one thing you can do is choose to keep them in your life or not keep them in your life. But guys, if you deal with women strictly on your terms, a lot of the bullshit that befalls other men, like the guy in the clip, you can avoid a lot of that bullshit. There's a lot of shit that goes on in dating and relationships where men are sitting around holding the boo-boo end of the stick. And the reason why you're holding the boo-boo end of the stick is because you prioritize the woman over yourself. But y'all got it.
Now I'm good, man. I'm ready to go. I ain't gonna lie. I'm ready.
All right. On that note, y'all want to plug anything on the way out the gate?
Yeah, guys, make sure you check us out tomorrow. Real Game No Theory, 12 noon. Shout out to 1950 Steve the Dean, Kzad, Vicario, myself. And then, of course, I got the Soap Man. Make sure y'all go to masculineidentity.com and get the Soap Man. And Kzad, appreciate you for, as always. And thanks for, making the adjustment today, man. I appreciate that. So definitely.
Not a problem.
Peace out.
Are we on that note? Hey, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central, 12 noon Eastern. Real Game No Theory. Peace. We out.